Hey, 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 everybody. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? What I wanted to talk to you guys tonight, somebody actually asked me about how to break karmic cycles. One of you guys asked me that, and I thought it was a really good question that answering it would benefit a lot of people. So I'm like, let me go ahead and, answer that question. So here's the thing, when it comes to breaking karmic cycles, you have to understand what a karmic cycle is. And a karmic cycle is nothing more than a cycle that is continuing over and over again because you keep responding the same way. It is only a cycle when you respond the same way. You're thinking of it the same way. You're perceiving it the same way. You're responding the same way. And round we go. So when it comes to breaking a karmic cycle, you have to break the cycle, which means the very same thing has to be happening and you have to do something different about it. You have to respond to it differently. You have to look at it differently. Okay, so a karmic cycle is nothing more than doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. That is how you get in a karmic cycle. Breaking the cycle is responding differently. Okay, so say for instance that dude you calling that don't never hardly answer his phone, and you going through this on and off again karmic cycle with him. What is the karmic cycle? Continuing to be available for people who aren't showing up for you. Why are you showing up for that karmic cycle? See, your karma is the results that you're getting back for showing up in the same way to that same situation. So maybe to break the cycle, you got to not show up. Or you got to, instead of being open to that person, you got to tell that person no. You got to walk away. You got to have a different response, okay? You're arguing over and over again with your sister, going through this karmic cycle of competing with one another, right? How do you break that cycle? Well, maybe this time when she tries to compete with you, you got to refuse to compete back. Okay, so there has to be some breaking of the cycle. And a lot of times with karmic cycles, people tend to have this perception that they're waiting on the karmic cycle to break itself. They're waiting on something to just go differently. Well, how? You're in that karmic cycle because it is on you to show up differently and do something different. So what is, when you want to examine a karmic cycle, what is the same thing that you're doing every time? And I'm going to tell you the truth. When it comes to breaking karmic cycles, it is uncomfortable as hell, okay, to break a karmic cycle, because the karmic cycle is based on you're showing up in your natural pattern, your natural habit, and the way that you always show up. It feels so natural and easy to show up and to do the same thing you've always done. So, and the karma is the result of continuing to show up that way. That's why it's a karmic cycle. Your karma is how shitty you feel after you have continued to call this person who doesn't respond back. Okay? Or after you've continued to argue with your sister knowing that you love her. Okay, so it's like the karma is that negative feeling that you have after you show up for the same cycle in the same way that you always have, and it doesn't feel good. That's your karma. That's your reward for showing up the same way. So the difference is showing up differently. That is how you break the cycle. So when you analyze the cycle, what am I doing that I always do? And how can I do the uncomfortable thing? Okay, if it is more comfortable for me to not display my vulnerability, for me to not be honest with how I feel, maybe to break this karmic cycle, I need to show up with more vulnerability. Maybe I need to show my feelings in this situation, or maybe I need to stop showing my feelings. Maybe I'm emoting too much in this situation, or maybe I need to show up with more forgiveness. Maybe I need to show up with more compassion. Maybe I need to show up with more anger, not in a negative sense, but like a no. Okay, maybe I need to show up with more boundaries. Maybe I'm not being angered by things that should anger me. Now, that doesn't mean, because people just nitpick everything you say. So I'm not saying, okay, I am not saying that anger is something that, anger is not a terrible emotion. It's a natural human emotion. It is about how you handle the anger, how you display it, how it shows up. Okay? I'm not telling nobody go punch nobody in the teeth. All right? Have to say that these days. Like, it's crazy how, everything you say gets just nitpicked, and somebody, always takes what you're saying, over the deep end. Okay. So, but that is the thing about breaking karmic cycles. How can you stop your karma of this same experience? By showing up differently, and sometimes not even showing up at all. Okay. One thing I wanted to talk to you guys about now, I have a new boot camp coming up called Shift. Okay, and this is a boot camp for shifting your paradigm. Now, we were initially starting the boot camp on October 7th for various reasons. The date is going to be changed, but we are going to be doing this boot camp to help people who want to shift their paradigm before the new year comes in. Okay. And what I mean by shift your paradigm, I'm talking in every area of your life. Okay. So this boot camp is going to go on for a few weeks. It's going to be every Sunday. There will be a recording if you want to play it back or you can't attend live one night. There will be a chat for attending live where you are able to, actually talk to me throughout the boot camp. Okay, where we'll have questions afterwards. You can either type in the chat or you can call in and actually talk to me if there's something within a session. But even if you miss a session, you'll get a recording by email of every session. So you will have the boot camp, to refer back to if you can't attend one of the live days. Okay. But this boot camp is going to cover every area of life: relationships, personally, financially, career. It's really going to get into helping you shift your paradigm. This is for people who are tired of their current reality and they're wanting a new experience. Like, if you are over it, like, okay, I am over it. Like, this is dull, it's dead, it's whack. I'm ready for a shift. Like, I just want to shift my paradigm. Then this boot camp is for you. Okay. Currently it is on the website at truedivinepower.com, where you are able to, register for it. The dates are wrong. Okay. So we're actually looking at starting for November, and continuing through about December 11th. Because we want to do this shift right before the new year. I just think it just felt more aligned. Okay. But if you want to go ahead and go on there and sign up and get your tickets, you can do that. The price goes up a bit as we get closer to it. And, I really recommend it. Like, if you're looking to do that, go sign up for the boot camp. It's going to be dynamic, as all my boot camps are. Okay, it's going to be dynamic. I really recommend it. As the year is ending, there's a lot of shifting that the universe is really trying to do with people. I'm going to be putting out more videos to assist in that. And then we'll have the boot camp going on to assist in that, because I really want people to meet this wave. I don't want people to miss this wave. Like, get on the bus. Okay. So I'm going to have a lot of free stuff on the channel, but then I'm going to go in depth and really work with people in the boot camp. Okay. So that is that, guys. I love you. Talk to you soon. Bye.